Alright, we're gonna start now. Welcome to the Daily Placeholder, the show that we forgot to name, whatever. We had money, we had it all. We had well, we didn't have fame. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody watched the last episode, and that's the problem.
But we had the money.
We did have a lot of money.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. The big studio investor, they dropped us like they were our father.
Yeah, I will admit partial responsibility. I don't know if you've seen the news, but a lot of stock stuff has been happening. And I assume that video games and video game companies with game in the title were the hot ticket item.
Yeah, especially in this pandemic.
Exactly. So maybe plunging 80% of the money we got into GameFly, maybe that wasn't the best option.
But no, it was GameStop that went up.
GameFly went very down.
Who wants to go to GameStop? GameFly sends video games to your friggin' house.
You might get infected with coronavirus because they don't clean them, but...
Okay, anyways. That's where we're up to now. That's the story of this episode, is that we didn't have we had all the money, but now we don't, and now we're sad.
Yep.
What do you do? I'm getting crumbs everywhere now because of all this, like, depressed eating I'm doing.
I internalize it. Mafortrix.
Mafortrix. That's Matrix, but it's the 4 instead of the A.
The next Matrix sequel will be titled The Matrix: The Resurrections.
It's not The Resurrections. It's just The Matrix Resurrections.
That's probably why.
Could you speak up a little bit? I mean, I know you're sad. And we all are. Even all the people watching.
Lana.
I'm just a little worried that the microphone won't pick up your voice very well.
Lana Wachowski is directing and co-writing. The cast includes Keanu Reeves, Carrie-Anne Moss.
She's back.
Priyanka Chopra.
Sure.
Jessica Henwick.
I like her.
Jonathan Groff.
I love him.
Neil Patrick Harris.
I love him even more than Jonathan Groff. I spoke too soon.
A second person with 3 names, Jada Pinkett Smith.
Hey. Ooh, that's interesting.
And I'm gonna butcher this, but here we go.
I can say it if you don't want to.
Go ahead.
It's Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. He's Black Manta from Aquaman.
Ah.
Now, Jada Pinkett Smith is interesting because in the original The Matrix, Will Smith was originally going to be Neo, but he didn't understand the script, which nobody did.
Yeah.
Except for Keanu Reeves, I guess, or maybe he just...
I think the stronger chances that he didn't understand, but they needed somebody.
But anyways, Jada Pinkett Smith is married to Will Smith, and now she's in a Matrix movie. Coincidence? Who cares? I'm sad. I'm depressed. Good for The Matrix 4.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'll watch it. I think it comes out in December.
It's gonna be on HBO Max.
It is also going to be on HBO Max, so I'll just watch it at home. Where I could be playing my GameFly video games.
I could order the original Matrix on DVD from GameFly. They do movies too, last time I checked.
Oh my goodness, this is not okay. No, don't eat these. Oh my god.
You said they were not bad.
Last time I ate them they were not bad, but they are way too squishy. I ate 3. How did I do that?
You just ate the 3 stale ones. They're just normally squishy.
It's like a sponge.
You know, and see if we had the money we had the other episode.
Then that wouldn't have happened.
We could have got those gold plated.
I could be eating gold right now. Oh, it's the next segment.
Developmental achievements.
That's what this segment is called. So there were an abundance. I'm not gonna say this, but I just want to do a little intro. There were an abundance of news about things being in development for some reason this week. And since it's a light news week in general, I wrote them all down. So here we go.
A new Spy Kids movie is in development, with Robert Rodriguez returning to write and direct.
Or as I like to call it, Sp5 Kids.
I mean, he did the last one. That one wasn't good, but
then he did Alita Battle Angel, which was good.
which was not good.
You liked it at the time.
I thought it was really dumb. I enjoyed it in that way.
And then also he did one of the episodes of The Mandalorian, and now he's showrunning the Boba Fett show. So good for him. But now he's also making a Spy Kids 5.
I mean, I will say I've never disliked any of his movies. They're either enjoyable or they're bad, but you can appreciate just how weird they are. I mean,
I've only seen the Spy Kids movies of his, and Alita Battle Angel.
You haven't seen Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
Oh, I have seen Shark Boy and Lava Girl, but I didn't see We Can Be Heroes. I was going to, and then I decided not to.
Same.
Because I think it came out the same day as Wonder Woman and Soul.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I'm going to watch any movies, it's going to be those two.
I think that already has a sequel in development as well.
Which one?
We Can Be Heroes.
Oh, okay. I mean, good for Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. He's in everything now, I guess.
Not good for Taylor Lautner, I guess, because he, as far as I know, he did not come back as Shark Boy.
They just put another guy in a shark costume.
And they put a mask on him.
Unless that is Taylor Lautner and he doesn't want anyone to see him after Twilight.
Are Shark Boy and Lava Girl siblings?
No, not technically.
Okay, good. What do you mean, not technically?
Well, if the events of Shark Boy and Lava Girl are to be believed, they were created from the mind of a boy. So they're his creation, so they're technically his children.
Oh. But then in We Can Be Heroes, they have a kid together, which is why I ask.
Well, they don't give a backstory for Lava Girl, really, but Shark Boy does have a dad, so...
Okay.
He has different parents, so they're probably not related.
Interesting. What a weird fever dream of a movie. Now, let's go through the rest of these.
A new Knights of the Old Republic video game is in development, and neither EA nor BioWare will be involved.
God, on your face, EA and BioWare.
Take that.
Make good games, maybe. And don't put literal gambling in it.
Well, there still could be gambling. This could be gambling of the Old Republic.
Like fake gambling, like in-universe gambling. Not literal loot boxes that you just pay for and get random things.
Pay $500 for the chance to play as Darth Vader in a Star Wars game.
500 real dollars. Not like 500 V-Bucks or anything. That's a Fortnite reference, by the way. That's how we're gonna build our audience up, is to get the kids in. I might cut that out. Let's go.
Multiple live-action Harry Potter series are in development at HBO Max.
Okay.
Dobby, a Harry Potter story.
Yes, I would love Dobby, a Harry Potter story.
Gay Wizard Hitler, a Harry Potter story.
Well, he's getting his own movies. It's Johnny Depp. Well, not anymore. Now it's Mads Mikkelsen.
Do you think they'll bring him back now?
No. They'll keep Amber Heard for some reason, but they'll fire Johnny Depp for being beaten for the last several years by his wife. Screw you, HBO.
Yeah.
I'm glad... Wait, what?
I don't think anything bad has happened to him currently.
God! I can't even be happy that something bad happened to you. That's how much I hate you.
A live-action film adaptation of Invincible is still in development from the creative team behind the animated series.
Okay.
Kind of redundant.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They're making a live-action movie based on the comic that they're also making an animated show off of. I mean, I guess make all the money you want. Maybe they have a slightly different idea that only works in live action.
He's white.
Ugh. I guess because the show is just going to be a recreation of the comic. I don't know.
I mean, how different can you get? Because if you go really any different, then it's not going to be as good, really.
Yeah, honestly.
This is one of the few things to where it's near perfect as is.
Mm-hmm.
A sequel to The Old Guard is in development on Netflix.
The Old Guard is a good movie.
You get to see the bad stepbrother from Harry Potter die.
Oh, yeah.
Not stepbrother, I guess. Foster brother.
Cousin.
Cousin. That's what it is.
Because it's Aunt Petunia and Uncle Vernon.
That was the most satisfying part of that movie, is seeing a Dursley die.
Yeah, the actor who played Dursley played the main villain in The Old Guard. And it's a good movie. The only thing I don't really like is the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Doesn't really vibe with the rest of the movie. But it's still a good movie. It's got some great action.
I'm surprised the movie every week wasn't an Old Guard movie every week that Netflix announced.
Oh yeah, you mean like one of the movies that
No,
they
all
talked
of
about?
them.
Oh, it's just every week we get a new Old Guard movie.
It becomes the opposite of a miniseries, a long series.
That would actually be an interesting experiment.
I mean, now's the time for experimentation.
Create a franchise and put out a movie in the franchise every week on Netflix. Like the next movie every week. Every week. That's so much. It's 52 or 4.
I hate to break it to you, but Netflix is already planning this. With
Yeah.
Bright.
Oh. I can't wait to watch Orc Cop, a Bright story.
An animated Game of Thrones series is in development at HBO.
Cool. Good for
I
them.
haven't watched Game of Thrones yet,
Nope.
so...
But I feel like it's in the purview of this show, which is why I put it in here. And I am interested in Game of Thrones. I just can't watch it. Like I've tried watching it, I just don't care. And everyone is the worst person, which is the point of the show, but I don't know.
Remember how that was the biggest thing for forever, and then the last season came and it died?
I do remember that. I love high concept fantasy shows and media. I love Lord of the Rings, I love Dungeons and Dragons. I just can't get into Game of Thrones. Or The Witcher, for that matter. I don't know what's going on with that.
Skull Island anime is in development from Netflix.
Oh, from Net. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know it was Netflix.
And it's going to be in the MonsterVerse, and it'll be about Kong, presumably.
I guess his time from the 80s till now when he fights Godzilla, which we'll talk about later.
And in the same vein, a Tomb Raider anime is in development, also from Netflix, and also starring Kong.
Interesting.
Kong Raider.
Will it be starring Alicia Vikander or Alicia
No
Vikander?
clue.
Okay.
I mean, I don't even know if that's going to get a sequel that it was supposed to get.
They just
Oh, yeah.
hired a director for that movie. I didn't write it down here because I didn't care. But they have it's not anyone I recognize, but they have a director for Tomb Raider 2, or as I like to call it, Tomb Raider.
Oh, Walton Goggins comes back, unless he died in the first one.
I don't remember if he died. I would assume he did.
He could be dead in real life right now.
I hope not. I love Wally Goggs.
A direct sequel to Cloverfield is in development. It will not be found footage.
Cool.
It's going to be unfound footage. It'll be nothing. It'll be a guy sitting in a room with no videos telling about how he...
It'll just be a picture of a mystery box. Cloverfield is a good movie, but I liked the Black Mirror kind of style that this franchise had going on, even though the last one wasn't very good.
Cloverfield Lane didn't even have to be a Cloverfield movie, and that's the best one.
It wasn't. It was just a regular movie script, and then they tagged aliens at the end. Spoiler alert, I guess. It's been out since 2016.
Yeah.
Probably. Alright, we got a whole bunch of casting news this week.
Casting.
Kevin Hart has been... Oh, I'm sorry. What did you think?
He's so depressed he forgot to
I'm
shuffle his
so
papers.
sad. This is full of my tears because of how much I cried.
Again, internally.
Kevin Hart has been cast in the live-action Borderlands movie as Roland. I've played probably about half of Borderlands. I don't remember who Roland is, but I saw a picture of him. Sure. I like Kevin Hart in things.
I don't.
Oh, that's why. That's also why we're sad, because we don't agree on Kevin Hart's acting.
Well, it's not his acting. I
You just
care
don't-
less about that.
You don't like him?
I don't find him that funny normally.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Comedy is suggestive, certainly sometimes, but I meant to say subjective. Luke Evans has been cast in Pinocchio as the coachman. Now, I don't remember who this is, and I saw a picture of the coachman from the original cartoon, and I was like, I don't remember who that is. But he's going to be in the Pinocchio remake.
I think that's either the fox or maybe the...
No, he's a human man.
And then I think that's the guy who whips them when they turn into donkeys.
Oh!
And abuses them.
Okay.
I think he's the bad guy.
Interesting. But I mean, he was the bad guy in Beauty and the Beast.
Was it?
Yeah, he was Gaston.
I don't remember the live action one.
This movie also has Tom Hanks as Geppetto.
I'm surprised so far that Tom Hanks hasn't done a movie like this where he takes a fairy tale and is in it somehow.
You're forgetting about the Da Vinci Code. My favorite fairy tale. You're forgetting about Cloud Atlas, which I have never seen, but I've only heard bad things.
Class.
I think Tom Hanks might do Asian Face in that movie. Maybe. I'm not gonna accuse him of that, having not seen the movie, but there might be a thing that happens.
I think that is.
Because I've heard about it. Gabrielle Union and Zach Braff have been cast as the parents in Disney Plus's Cheaper by the Dozen reboot. Those aren't the same level of attractiveness.
No.
One of those people is much more attractive than the other, and that person is Gabrielle Union.
I also think one of them is like 30 and the other is like 60 at this point.
I'd say Zach Braff is 45. I'm not going to look it up, because we don't do that on this show. We just make wild accusations. But I mean, he's dating Florence Pugh, so it's not out of character for him.
Well, no, she might actually be older, so it is.
That's true. She might just look great, which she does.
There's literally everyone in Hollywood, and the first person you go after is Zach Braff. Unless he targeted her.
If you need a show about a podcast, you get Zach Braff.
Alex has a podcast. Watch it.
Is that what it's called?
No, it's called Alex Inc.
Oh, that's not even better. That doesn't even mean anything. It doesn't tell you anything about the movie.
He did Scrubs forever, and he just took all his comedy, and then he was like, what if I had a podcast? And what if I had a show about a guy having a podcast?
And now he does a podcast about Scrubs. So it's come full circle. And now we have gotten the cast of Netflix's The Sandman. I think I said Sandman, but I meant to say Sandman. The Sandman is a comic.
Yeah.
No further information needed.
It's a comic.
But now it's a show on Netflix. You got Tom Sturridge as Dream, who's the main character. He's the Lord of Dreams. You got Vivian Achimpong as Lucian. I hope that I pronounced that correctly, but I know I did not. Charles Dance as Roderick Burgess. Sanjeev Bhaskar as Cain. Asim Chaudhry as Abel. Boyd Holbrook as the Corinthian. And
breaking news. Sorry to cut you off. Breaking news.
That scared me a little bit. I'll just eat my depressed food.
From trusted news source.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take a guess before I say it?
We got this covered?
No.
Screen Rant.
No game.
Oh, I don't know. Who is it?
Well, I passed them up last time because they're too racist and sexist most of the time.
Oh.
And this factors into the latter. Bounding into comics. Now, this isn't the traditional clickbait, but it's along the same lines.
Is that the website name? Bounding into Comics?
Bounding into comics.
I've never heard of that.
They're about as bad as the other ones, if not worse most of the time.
Okay. Well, go on. I'm excited to hear this real news, by the way. This is breaking news and not clickbait.
Just came out. Not clickbait at all. Netflix reveals The Devil is a Woman in upcoming Sandman series. And that's the whole headline.
What is happening? What did you read any of the article? Like, what do they say?
Well, of course, I wouldn't read the rest of it.
Yeah, actually, that's a good. Don't give them your click.
I can only assume that they're upset that the devil, because I'm thinking the comics the devil changes in between, but most of the time, at least if you look at the covers, it's probably a male.
In this comic specifically, it's a dude.
Mm-hmm. But because they cast a woman, I think that's what they're getting at.
And they cast Gwendolyn Christie, by the way, who is Captain Phasma in the latest Star Wars movies.
In a whole 25 minutes altogether.
Oh, probably. She's also in Game of Thrones. Bringing it all back to Game of Thrones.
Full circle.
That show neither of us have seen. I've seen episode, like a few episodes.
But I guarantee if you click that article, it's just a normal article. Maybe. Or it's just very sexist. We'll never know.
Because we don't read clickbait. But that was not clickbait.
I mean, technically it is true.
They're just like, what, the devil's a woman? Devil can never be the woman.
Netflix reveals the devil is a woman in upcoming Sandman series.
What are they gonna... The devil is in the kitchen? Devil makes me a sandwich? No. Devil makes me die.
Go to hell.
Go to hell. Women can't do that.
Impossible.
Women can't have a big fork and be red.
Have a ponytail.
Women can't fit on your shoulder, obviously.
I'm surprised that they're not, like, saying, like, making sexist jokes about, yeah, all women are the devil. That seems more like their speed. Let me write for you, Bounding into Comics. I can do your sexism better than you can.
Yeah. Now we got some movie dates and delays, as per usual. It's the next segment. The SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, will premiere in the U.S. on Paramount Plus on March 4th, 2020. So, apparently Paramount is making a streaming service.
Well, I think they're rebranding CBS.
Oh, okay. Oh, as Paramount Plus. Okay, that makes sense. The SpongeBob movie, the new one, has been out for a while in the UK at least.
In Canada.
On Netflix. And I watched it using a VPN. It's pretty good. If you like SpongeBob, you like this. They also released a trailer for it, but I didn't put it in our trailer trash because the movie's technically already out. We just didn't get it in the US.
Fun fact, I've never seen a single episode of SpongeBob.
I have seen the 3 movies, and I have seen half of a Christmas special, I believe.
Was it the stop motion one?
No, just a special. And of course I've seen all kinds of clips on Twitter and YouTube and stuff. Now we got Zack Snyder's Justice League will release on March 18th on HBO Max.
Yeah.
And these next two say 2020, but I meant to say 2021, even though none of the audience would know that if I hadn't pointed it out.
No.
Godzilla vs. Kong has been delayed a week to March 31st, 2021. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure they only did that to make it farther away from the Snyder Cut. Oh well. And then we got Ron Gone Wrong has been delayed to October 22nd, 2021. It's an animated movie about a boy and his robot.
Whoever made the title for that really hates dyslexic people.
Ron Gone Wrong. Alright, now it's time for trailer trash. First of all, we got Godzilla vs. Kong.
Monkey.
It came out...
Lizard. Who will win?
The lizard.
Yeah.
Lizard's gonna win. But I have a theory. First of all, this trailer came out a day after we recorded last week's episode, so we did not talk about it last week. That was when we were riding high on all the money that we got, living large, drinking apple juice. I had a top hat. It was a whole thing.
And just like Kong, we fell from grace.
I don't think Kong... I think Kong is very graceful. You can't not be graceful and hold a little girl in your hand.
Well, one will fall, and it better be the monkey.
It better be the friggin' monkey. Although, so my theory is that this is not the real Godzilla. It's a new Godzilla because he's littler. He's littler because he can stand on a cruise liner. Is that what they're called? Aircraft carrier. And punch a big monkey. Also, though, the big monkey should not be as big as the lizard.
No.
That is insane. Because he was, I guess he was like an infant in Kong Skull Island. And so I think that the government somehow turned the original Godzilla into Mecha Godzilla, and we're going to get that.
That's the dream.
I think the new Godzilla and the big monkey, they're going to team up and fight Mecha Godzilla. Or maybe the Mecha Godzilla and the monkey will fight the other lizard.
Maybe we'll get a Mecha Kong.
Maybe both lizards will fight the monkey.
And then fight each other.
And then kiss.
Yes. That's the dream.
I don't care about any human person in this movie, but they're going to be in at least half of the movie. Probably 2/3.
Spoilers for the last one. Why did they kill Ken Watanabe? Who's going to say let them fight.
Yeah.
Why didn't they let them say that in every
Are they
movie?
gonna have the dad from Get Out say it? No. Bradley Whitford is his name.
Is he even still around in this franchise?
I don't know. He was in the last one, as in King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
Also, where are all the other monsters?
Yeah.
Were they all just like, oh, we gotta go because the monkey's gonna fight the lizard? Oh well. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to watch this big lizard fight a big monkey.
If Mechagodzilla shows up, I'll be happy.
Yes, I think it's been all but confirmed. I mean, you can see his head in the trailer. Raya and the Last Dragon. This trailer is good.
It looks a little bit different. I think there's a good chance this won't be a musical, which will be a nice change of pace. It's like one of their normal movies, but replace the musical segments with more action.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it was one of the directors or one of the writers or something said that the original cut of this movie was more R-rated. They had bone snapping and showing and stuff like that, which I don't know why you would go into Disney making an animated movie and be like, here it is, guys. Yeah, a guy gets snapped in half, but you know.
Because this is Disney. It's not like a Fox movie or something.
And this will probably, let's see, is this a $30 or is this theaters?
This will be on Disney Disney Plus Premiere. So you'll have to pay $30 for it on Disney Plus. I don't know if it's going. I think it's also going to theaters, but I don't know that for sure.
But yeah, Soul was free. I'm not saying it'll be better, but it's just interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, there could be a cost thing.
So Wonder Woman 1984, it lost money on its budget, but it gained millions of subscribers on HBO Max. So I'm wondering if that's going to sway Disney so they put their Marvel movies and other big blockbusters on Disney Plus alongside the theater release. Because honestly, it's stupid to not do that at this point.
I mean, they're going to have to make a decision soon enough because there is I assume, an overarching plan for the Marvel movies this stage, like there normally is. So Black Widow has to fit in and do something to set up something else.
But I mean, at least Black Widow is set like in the past. It's not as important. Just release the movies you've already made. I know you have to make your money back, but make it back through Disney Plus.
I mean, I don't know what the numbers are between Mandalorian and WandaVision, but I assume there's a little bit of a drop-off. I'm not sure for sure. So they probably need something to like boost it. I don't know how well sold it either.
Anyways, Raya and the Last Dragon looks good. The characters look fun. Yeah. It's got a sense of the like getting the team together. There's a baby that fights with monkeys. What does a baby need with valuables? What is it gonna buy?
It's just for the fun of it.
And also, what's his name? Alan Tudyk is voicing the big roly-poly.
Another creature.
Just like he voiced the chicken in Moana. And the robot in Rogue One.
Wasn't he also the pig?
No, I don't think so. He was just another guy. That my voice cracked really bad. I'm not sure what happened there. Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar. We got another trailer. Second one in 3 weeks.
It's a movie.
We see their faces now. It gives us more of a sense of what the movie's going to be. Depending on how much it costs to rent it, I will watch it.
I will skip it most definitely.
Oh dang! So you've soured on this movie, because originally you were gonna watch it, like when they first started putting posters out for it.
That is true, but that's because I had like a more, I don't know, maybe ethereal. I don't know. That's probably not right. It had a weird aura around them that made it seem interesting.
Oh, okay. But now that now it doesn't have that for you.
Well, it seems like an SNL bit.
Yeah, that's fair. Like I said, I'm not gonna pay that much for it. Now we got the Mighty Ducks Game Changers. Did you watch this trailer?
I watched the footage, but no audio.
Oh, okay. So you saw Emilio Estevez is back.
He's back, baby.
Emilio is back.
Hope Foggy Nelson shows up.
Eldon Henson.
Yeah, he was in the Mighty Ducks. That's all I know.
I don't know why I know his name.
Me either.
I haven't seen the other Mighty Ducks movies.
I might watch the first one. I know there's an animated series.
Good for them. And then they had like D2, the Mighty Ducks, and D3, the Mighty Ducks.
So why isn't this D4?
I don't know.
You sunk my battleship.
I have no other words to say about this except that I like Emilio Estevez. I think the only other thing I've seen him in is Mission Impossible.
Which mission? The first one?
Yeah, he's the guy that says hasta lasagna. Hasta lasagna, don't get any on ya.
Beautiful.
And then he gets crushed by an elevator.
Maybe that'll happen in Mighty Ducks Game Changers.
Ooh. Okay, now it's time for WandaVision. Episode 4. We interrupt this program. But first, a word from our sponsors.
First, we interrupt this program.
Hey! And we're back, baby. We're interrupting this program for We Interrupt This Program. Full spoilers for WandaVision.
All spoilers.
This episode is only spoilers. You can't really talk about anything without spoiling it, is what I'm saying. So...
Dead Vision.
Vision is dead. He's a zombie. I guess he's being powered by Wanda's powers? Because, like, the Mind Stone is what was powering him. Mind Stone gave her powers. It wouldn't be so much of a stretch. Or she's just altering reality, because they established she is altering reality, like reality itself. So you got Elizabeth Olsen and you got Paul Bettany, who are barely in this episode, actually. Because we got Randall Park as Jimmy Woo. He's back doing his little card thing. Originally I hated that because I was like, that's ham-fisted. But I have since come around to it because I'm like, that character would definitely be doing that trick as much as possible. And then we got Kat Dennings as Darcy Lewis.
Boo.
I don't know if I would say boo. I just don't care.
She's more tolerable. There it is. In this than she was in the 2 Thor movies?
Yes, the first 2. I don't remember the first Thor movie, and I didn't hate her in Thor 2.
Well, they gave her her own Darcy in that one for some reason.
Yeah, Darcy got a Darcy. And now she's Dr. Darcy. So she's gotten her own doctorate. Good for her.
And Monica Rambeau for a bit.
Oh, right. Frick. Tiana Paris is like the main character of this episode. At least for the first act of the episode.
It's a really good opening.
The opening, I didn't know what was going on. As she was reforming, I thought it was like a weird creative decision to be like, okay, her life is reforming after being outside of the sitcom.
Oh, like this is, well, it was a flashback, I guess, but I thought this was like just their way of showing a flashback.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good observation. And then, but then she looked down at her hands and starts freaking out about that. And I was like, what the frick is happening? And then she goes out and I'm like, oh my goodness, we are seeing the opposite end of the blip.
Which, if I was a doctor working at that time, I would quit. Like, there's nothing I can do.
I would walk into a closet and stay there for 3 hours.
I mean, there was that one that was talking to Monica who seemed fine. She was okay.
Yeah, she's just like, oh, hey, what's going on?
Another day at the office.
Hey, Monica. By the way, your mom's dead.
Oh, yeah.
What a horrible sequence of events.
Though I will say I'm glad that unlike a lot of other supporting characters, Monica's mom actually did something after the main character left. Like, she started S.W.O.R.D. She did something.
Maria Rambeau is her name. We saw her in Captain Marvel.
Yep.
Oh, also, it turns out Geraldine is Monica Rambeau. We knew that already, but not everyone follows everything that's announced about Marvel movies, so I didn't want to spoil it.
And everyone at S.W.O.R.D's probably a Skrull.
I think at least the director is a Skrull. He just looks like he's a Skrull. I don't know why.
As soon as he came on screen, I think maybe it's because he has gray hair. He reminded me of Ben Mendelsohn.
Yeah,
that's just the first thing I thought of.
He is a Ben Mendelsohn type.
I hope that Talos is just going around the MCU, and he's impersonating different people.
What if this is Talos?
Yeah, he's not just he's not just Nick Fury. He has to go around. He has a schedule he has to keep. On Wednesday through Saturday, I'm head of S.W.O.R.D.
And then every other weekend, he's Nick Fury. And he has a few days off every month. obviously. You can't work every day. Come on.
The first product placement of the series. Twice.
What was it? Oh, it was like
ramen
chips.
noodles and chips.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't care, though, because, like, the chips, the bag was backwards.
Yeah.
And also, everyone eats ramen.
It's a little weird that they were all just watching like it was a regular sitcom.
Yeah, I like that they were just asking all the questions that we've all been asking. And, like, answering some, but not in a way that just, like, explains the show.
It's a really good show in this way. Where even the people investigating the same things you are, looking into things, don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Instead of them already knowing, and you have to wait 500 episodes for them to tell you.
I call it, by the way. I don't know if I said it on the show. I'm pretty sure I did. But the beekeeper is a hazmat guy. And it changed his hazmat suit into a beekeeper outfit.
It's weird that the line that they were tying him to turned into a jump rope. Like, I mean, I don't know what else it would turn into, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, Wanda's just pumping out radiation.
Yeah.
And they said it's at a safe level now, but that implies that at a certain point,
Yeah.
everyone might get radiation sickness.
Dr. Darcy said, "for now."
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "What do you mean for now?" And then he got cut off by something. Also, it's important to note that they're putting up all the townspeople's pictures and identities on the whiteboard, and you see Agnes, her character, not, well, like the in-universe character. They haven't identified who she is.
Because she's a demon. Probably.
Maybe, but also she was not. I mean, Dottie wasn't on the whiteboard at all. Dottie's the blondie who cuts her hand. I think Dottie is the witness that Jimmy went to Eastview, which then got turned into Westview, originally to find, because he's like, yeah, there's a missing person, and they're in witness protection, but now this town is weird. I don't know what's going on.
Was it actually called Eastview? I thought the implication was that Wanda changed everyone's memories outside. So this was Westview, but she messed with their memories because people didn't remember people inside and that. So I thought when the cops said, "We're from Eastview," I thought that meant that she changed their memories to make them think Westview didn't exist, they're from Eastview.
See, I took it to mean that it was Eastview, and anyone that wasn't in the town when she turned it into Westview got selective amnesia. So, like, they can't remember people inside, but they can remember that they're from Eastview. But now it's Westview. And it doesn't want them to enter. But, I mean, they didn't really specify either way. Either of those two options are great, and that is why we are great co-hosts, because we don't fight.
Though that is interesting. Apparently, you can enter. Like, anyone can enter, but you may instantly be taken over, or nothing may happen to you. I guess if you can't fit into a role, is what I'm thinking. Like, if you can't...
I think if you can sneak in... Well, actually, no, because Monica just kind of fell in.
Well, it's that if you also can't get in and, like, do something. Like, the beekeeper came in, but he couldn't say anything. Like, he didn't get a line. Because it was at night, and he came up through the sewer, so... In the story universe, there wouldn't be anything for him to do.
I wonder what happened to him after that.
Probably died.
Oh, no. Wanda. Yeah. Cool.
It's a good episode. I mean,
It
just gets crazier from here.
Absolutely. I think the next couple episodes we're going to get, like, an 80s kind of, what's that show called? Full House. Kind of a sitcom mixed with what's going on outside with Sword. And then, like, a Modern Family episode mixed with Sword.
And then reality explodes.
I hope so. Did you just hear that beep? Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, weird.
Maybe we're trapped in a show, and they're trying to reach us.
Am I being Truman Showed right now?
Are we being Ed TV'd? So I guess we're starting to see the beginnings of Wanda's mental state declining.
I guess.
Because she uses her powers, but then she looks like she didn't want to do that, or she wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it looked like she kind of reset after she threw Monica out of the sitcom.
Just through walls, too.
Yeah, and fences. And that was our our review of WandaVision Episode 4, We Interrupt This Program.
And I guarantee, and the next episode better be Dang it, I forgot the phrase. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming. That should be the next episode title.
That should. It probably will be.
Unless they already use that.
I'm sure. I don't think so. I'm sure they will do mostly sitcom next episode. Okay, since this week was such a light news week, we thought we would talk about all the movies of the year that are coming up and the ones that we're excited for. Nothing came out in January.
Who cares?
I think there was a Denzel Washington movie that had also Jared Leto. But I'm not that interested in it. And I'm sure it's good, but we didn't talk about it.
Morbius is the only Jared Leto movie that matters.
That's true, but it doesn't come out this year, so we're not going to talk about it. So, in February, we got February 5th, Malcolm and Marie. That's the Netflix movie with Zendaya and John David Washington. It's black and white. Looks like more depressing marriage story.
And I believe, is this the movie where a character mentions, I think one of them is a director or a writer for movies in the movie, and he mentions a writer in the movie from the website IndieWire, not liking one of his movies, and he's maybe mentioning David
Ehrlich,
who didn't like the movie Malcolm and Marie.
Screw you, David Ehrlich.
Yeah.
I don't care. He doesn't seem like he's actually done anything wrong. He just has a lot of weird opinions and seems like a douche.
Yep.
Bliss. Do you know what this movie is?
I do not.
It's got Owen Wilson and it's got Salma Hayek.
Well, good start already.
Salma Hayek. However you say her name. Salma Hayek tries to convince Owen Wilson that they're in a simulation.
What?
That's the only information I know about that movie.
Well, I'm sold. Best movie ever.
Then February 12th, The Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar. That'll be... Oh, Bliss will be on Amazon, by the way. Barb and Star will be on theaters and video on demand. And then we got Judas and the Black Messiah, which is going to theaters and HBO Max.
I'll probably give that one a watch.
Judas and the Black Messiah? Yeah, I will too. Although I said I was going to watch Trial of the Chicago 7, and I didn't.
Yeah.
February 19th, we got Flora and Ulysses on Disney+.
No.
And Nomadland on theaters and Hulu. You know what that is?
I do not.
It's the movie by Chloe Zhao who's directing Eternals.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very interested in it. Then February 26th, we got Cherry in theaters and then on Apple TV Plus on March 12th. And we got Tom and Jerry the movie in theaters and HBO Max.
Tom and Cherry.
Tom and Cherry! What a great mashup. Somebody make a t-shirt.
Tom chases Cherry, I assume his name is Cherry, with a big mallet. But instead of fighting back, Cherry gets addicted to drugs.
Okay.
Onward.
That was worth it. That was worth it. March 4th, the SpongeBob movie Sponge on the Run, Paramount Plus. March 5th, Boss Level on Hulu.
I didn't know that was Hulu. Nice.
Apparently, I didn't know either. Chaos Walking in theaters. That looks bad.
Is that the Mind Snake one?
Yeah, that's Tom Holland and not Brie Larson. Daisy Ridley.
I think it's weird for either one of them to be in it, honestly.
Yeah. Coming to the number 2, America, on Amazon Prime. I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah.
And Raya and the Last Dragon in theaters and on Disney Plus Premiere. Maybe on theaters. I didn't double check that. I didn't fact check it.
I think it's just the Disney Plus premiere because Mulan didn't do theaters.
It didn't?
Don't think so.
Interesting. March 18th, Zack Snyder's Justice League, HBO Max.
No.
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch all 4 hours of it. I'm going to love it. March 31st, Godzilla vs. Kong in theaters and HBO Max.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
I'm excited for the monkey and the lizard to fight. In April, we got 2 movies that are worthwhile to us anyways. April 2nd is Nobody, which is the Bob Odenkirk John Wick movie.
Which is the only reason I would watch this movie.
It's not actually a John Wick movie, but it's basically John Wick. It's by the same creative team behind John Wick. Joe Maldonado. That's an inside joke for literally nobody else except for the 2 of us. And aforementioned Joe Maldonado. And then April 16th, we got Mortal Kombat in theaters and HBO Max. I hope this one's good, because the other one is not.
There's no way that this could be the worst Mortal Kombat movie.
Absolutely.
Though,
yeah, go ahead.
one of the things from the trailers I don't like is characters investigating and finding the words Mortal Kombat written on a wall and and saying, this is a contest that goes on every year where people fight each other and kill each other.
This is a Mortal Kombat.
And, we don't need that. We know... I haven't played any of the games, and I know what it's about. We don't need a character being like, this is Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Why is it spelled wrong? Don't ask.
It's like a pet cemetery. Just don't mention. In May 7th, we got Black Widow in theaters. For now.
Maybe.
Also, for now, May 7th. They might push it back. May 21st, we got Free Guy, which I'm excited for.
Forgot about this movie, honestly.
And that's the Ryan Reynolds video game movie. And we got Spiral, which is a Saw movie with Chris Rock.
I'm actually excited to see that.
Yeah, I am too.
Because Chris Rock, I think, he's been on the latest season of True Detective. Nope, Fargo.
Fargo, yes. It's Mahershala Ali on the latest True Detective. And then May 28th, we got Cruella.
Also forgot about that.
Which is the Cruella de Vil prequel movie. Kind of like Maleficent.
And I guarantee they're going to try to make her, sympathetic, like her parents were killed by Dalmatians.
Even though she skins puppies.
Yeah.
And we got F9, which is the next Fast and Furious movie.
F9.
F9, the button on your computer.
Yep.
Good joke. In June, we got, on the 4th of June, we got The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It in theaters, and I believe HBO Max.
Yeah.
I like the Conjuring movies, like the core franchise. I don't care much about the spin-offs, but hopefully this one is good, because the other two are.
I think they're good if Annabelle isn't involved with them.
Okay. I didn't mind
Is that the
Annabelle,
same universe?
the second one. There's 3 Annabelle movies.
I haven't watched any of the other ones, but I watched the last one for some reason.
The Annabelle Comes Home.
That's probably the one.
I watched Annabelle Creation, and I've seen The Nun,
I have to.
and I've seen The Conjuring 1 and 2, and those are the Conjuring movies I've seen.
I've seen the first one.
The 2 is pretty good. And then Samaritan. Do you know what this is?
Is this the Sylvester Stallone?
Superhero.
Is a superhero. Old superhero.
Yes.
It's like that movie that came out and nobody watched.
Glass?
Arch Enemy.
I don't even know what that is.
Joe Manganiello and
Oh.
Glenn Howard.
Glenn Howerton?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
The one where he's like, I'm a superhero, but he's like a homeless guy.
Huh. I'll have to look into that. I don't know what that is.
It's out now. You can buy it. It's not VOD anymore.
June 11th. Peter Rabbit the Runaway. I watched the first one. I will not watch this one.
I hope they bring back the inflicting someone's allergies on them to kill them.
Oh god. They tried to murder somebody using their allergies against them. The rabbits did. June 18th, we got Luca, which is the next Pixar movie. The next one.
Yeah.
And In the Heights, in theaters and HBO Max.
Both with music by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Luca has music?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. June 25th, Venom Let There Be Carnage. It's directed by Andy Serkis for some reason.
Yeah.
And it's got Woody Harrelson as Carnage. So, we're in for a good time.
Hope he has that wig like he did.
Yes. July 2nd, we got Minions The Rise of Gru and Top Gun Maverick. Or as we like to call it,
Top Gun loser.
yes, because he's a loser now.
Because he's been in the Air Force for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't ranked up. I will watch neither of those probably, to be honest.
How many bright-eyed cadets do you think he's indoctrinated into Scientology at this point?
80.
8,000.
1,000.
Whoa, I don't think... Okay. I was going to go with you with 80.
Well, it must be easy for him. He goes and tours air bases and he's like, I'm Top Gun from Top Gun. Like, I'm talking about Tom Cruise.
Yes.
And then I assume that's the gateway.
I like that his name is in the title of this movie and you still called him Top Gun.
Yeah.
July 9th.
Well, Maverick isn't his real name. That's his code name.
Oh.
I could not tell you what his real name is.
Maverick. He legally changed it.
Nah.
July 9th, we got Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Really excited.
That's
for this
a Marvel movie. It's all Asian cast. Although I'm sure like they'll throw in a Martin Freeman or something.
Let's see. Elijah Wood will show up.
Why?
Because
he's a weeboo?
no, because Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings.
What about it?
They were in those, weren't they?
Who?
Elijah Wood and Martin Freeman.
Oh, you just mean a different Lord of the Rings actor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like Elijah Wood has previously been in an all-Asian movie.
Well, maybe.
July 16th, Space Jam: A New Legacy, theaters and HBO Max. I'm excited for this. It's got LeBron James and Bugs Bunny, and maybe other Warner Brothers characters.
Like the
that aren't
Animaniacs.
Maybe. That's a rumor. Actually, no. It's not a rumor. It's the official synopsis, but they didn't say who.
Yeah.
I hope Keanu Reeves shows up.
This is a crossover with The Matrix 4.
Imagine if like he runs past, and then in The Matrix Resurrections, there's a scene where he runs into Space Jam: A New Legacy. July 23rd, we got the Tomorrow War. You know anything about this?
They take people from the past to fight aliens in the future, or
Yes,
something like that.
like from World War II, they bring him into the future. It stars Chris Pratt, and that's all the information I know about this movie.
Though a lot of his projects based on like sci-fi or comics or whatever get canceled. Because he had that ninja, pirate, Viking, cowboy movie that never got made.
Ninja Cowboy Viking.
That's it.
July 30th, we got The Green Knight. That's a Arthurian movie starring... Is it Dev Patel?
Yeah.
Okay.
From... What was he in?
Things.
Yes.
Was he David Copperfield in the personal history of David Copperfield? I think he was. It's that guy, at least. I know it's that guy that was in that movie. I don't really remember his name.
I'm interested in that one because the Green Knight story is just literally a big green guy shows up, says, poke me with a sword.
Oh, whoa.
And then he does, and he like cuts his head off. And then he's like, he puts his head back on and he's like, I'm going to do the same thing to you tomorrow. And that's literally the whole story.
Okay. And then we got Jungle Cruise as well. The Rock has a tiny little sailor outfit and a little hat. And by tiny, I mean regular size, but compared to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, it is tiny. In August, we got a bunch of movies. August 6th is The Suicide Squad in theaters and HBO Max. Real excited for that. And we also got Hotel Transylvania 4, which I didn't know was happening and probably still won't.
I'm going to butcher it, but I love his work. Gendy
Tartakovsky
is not involved with this.
Oh, what?
So it's going to suck real bad.
Dang, that sucks. I mean, I guess he made a good trilogy. Dang, I might not watch this then. August 13th is BIOS. That's where, not Hank Pym, Tom Hanks is, he's the last man on Earth, and he's got a robot dog. Or, no, he's got a regular dog. He builds a robot to take care of his dog after he dies or something. And also Don't Breathe 2, which I also didn't know was happening and will probably be delayed. Don't Breathe is one of the roughest horror movies I've ever seen. Yeah. And I can't wait for this next one. It
does not go where you expect it to go.
And it goes where you never want anything to go ever. August 20th, you got The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, which is the sequel to The Hitman's Bodyguard. The first one was fine. I will watch this because it was enjoyable enough.
I feel like this just won't come out anymore because you're basing this... It's a sequel to a movie that I don't imagine many people saw.
Yeah.
Which is a homage to The Bodyguard.
Mm-hmm. And then next up we got Paw Patrol the movie. I hope that the cop dog gets canceled.
Yeah.
Which was almost happened earlier this year.
They fire him from the Paw Patrol.
You're off the Paw Patrol, cop dog. Give me your badge and your gun. And The King's Man, which is a World War prequel, or The Great War is what it was called back then, to the Kingsman: The Secret Service.
I like it when movies set themselves, like, it's in a universe and then they set themselves in, like, before World War II. Because the characters are going to be all happy at the end, be like, yeah, we survived this war, and then we're never going to have one again.
Can't wait to not be in any more wars. And then August 27th is Candyman. I'm interested in this because it is by Jordan Peele.
Well, producing.
Producing. So he did Get Out and he did Us. And he also produced a whole lot of other stuff that is good.
DaCosta?
I think so.
Directing?
Who is also going to direct Captain Marvel 2, I believe.
Yeah.
Good.
And the trailer was really good.
Yeah.
Unless the movie's nothing like that.
I mean, I haven't seen the other Candyman movies, but I'll watch this one.
First one's really good.
For some reason, I did not write December on this list.
No movies are coming out in September.
We're doing every movie except for December, or every month except for December. September, we got September 17th is the only date with notable movies, I guess. A Quiet Place Part 2, The Boss Baby Family Business, and Death on the Nile.
I felt like A Quiet Place 2 should have come out by now. Like, that should have been one of the first VODs.
Yeah, but no. October 1st, Dune. Theaters and HBO Max. I'm really excited. It's my most anticipated movie of the year.
Though,
if it stays this year.
I feel like that might end up like... Will they release the second part if this doesn't bring in subscribers like they want?
Yeah. I don't know. Because the director does have a history of making great movies that bomb.
Yeah.
I guess really just Blade Runner 2049.
Well, he makes really beautiful looking movies.
Absolutely. He also did Arrival. His name is Denis Villeneuve. I just remembered. And he also did... Oh, no, I'm thinking of a different guy.
He's done good movies.
He did do Arrival, but I was also thinking of La La Land, which was not made by him.
Though imagine if it was.
That'd be insane. October 8th, we got The Addams Family 2. Not going to watch that. And we got No Time to Die.
No, there's a lot of time to die.
Great joke. Gets better every time. October 15th is Halloween Kills. I like the last one. It's also written, partially at least, by Danny McBride.
Who can really write a Halloween movie, like, really good.
And he's also one of my favorite comedic actors. October 22nd, Last Night in Soho. That's the Edgar Wright movie. I'm excited for it. You got Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Origins. Guess they're doing an X-Men Origins kind of a thing now. And you got Ron's Gone Wrong, which we talked about earlier. October 29th, Antlers. You remember that movie? They started putting out trailers for it like 2 years ago.
I got this confused with Antebellum.
Antebellum?
Yeah.
November. Oh, Antlers, there's a kid.
Has antlers?
Does he have antlers?
Could be just the movie
I think
Horns.
he has a monster that has antlers.
Who knows?
And maybe the monster wants to kill him. I don't remember. Honestly, I probably won't watch it. Not sure why I put it on this list. November 5th, Clifford the Big Red Dog is a movie apparently. And we got Eternals, which besides Loki, it's my most anticipated Marvel thing this year.
Give us a trailer already.
He goes Loki, Eternals, Spider-Man 3, which comes out in December, but also not because it's not on this list. So, November 11th is Ghostbusters Afterlife. November 24th is Encanto, which is another Disney animated movie. December 10th is West Side Story, I believe directed by Steven Spielberg, and starring not Miles Teller, what's his face? Ansel Elgort from Baby Driver. And oh wait,
December's down here.
December is here, but in the month of November, so we're smushing those 2 months together apparently. Because I just said December 10th, didn't even notice. I said West Side Story. December 17th is Spider-Man 3, but that's not the official title. It doesn't have a title yet. Everyone just calls it Spider-Man 3. And then December 22 is The Matrix Resurrections and Sing 2. Didn't know Sing 2 was in development.
Hope that leads the way for another actor to get the chance to play a musical figure in a biopic.
And then finally we got small list of movies that do not have a release date yet. We got Black Adam, which probably isn't going to come out this year, because we got the Suicide Squad and the Snyder Cut. So it'll probably come out next year with the Batman. Bob's Burgers, the movie. I love Bob's Burgers. I have not seen a lot of it, but what I've seen I really like. Escape Room 2. The best movie of 2019. Also, like, the first movie of 2019.
Was that 2019?
Mm-hmm. It was, like I said, the first movie, or close to it. You got Tomb Raider 2, not the official title. You got The Woman in the Window. It's got Amy Adams and Anthony Mackie. Army of the Dead, which is a Zack Snyder zombie movie. And it's got Dave Bautista. Back to the Outback, which is an animated movie about Australian animals. Escape from Spiderhead is a Chris Hemsworth movie where he's a spy, I guess, maybe. Pinocchio, which is Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Red Notice, you got The Rock, you got Ryan Reynolds, you got Gal Gadot. You got Tick Tick Boom, which is a Lin-Manuel Miranda directed movie.
Aren't those the once a week ones?
Yeah, half of those I just said are Netflix.
Birthdays.
It is time for birthdays. It is my favorite part of the show where we get to celebrate all of the celebrities or just famous people throughout history, I guess.
Good or bad.
Yep.
Mostly bad.
We get to decide whether or not they get a happy birthday.
And what do we have today?
Let's see who we got. Who do we birthday today?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to...
Bobby Moynihan.
Oh, snap. Yeah, happy birthday, Bobby.
Pauly Shore.
I don't know who that is.
He's the star of the hit movie Biodome.
I also don't know what that is, but happy birthday, I guess, unless you've been canceled.
I think he made a movie where he canceled himself. There's a movie, I think, called Pauly Shore is Dead that he made.
Okay,
where he
Pauly.
fictionalizes his death and how people would react, I think.
Is this like John dies at the end?
Maybe. But I think the movie starts with him dying, so it's more like Pauly Shore is dead already.
That's meta.
Michael C. Hall.
Oh, yes. Love you, Michael.
Mr.
Dexter himself.
That's the one.
I hate how much I love that show. It's not a good show, except for the first, 2 seasons.
And Toffee from Star vs. the Forces of Evil, for some reason.
And we're getting a revival of Dexter soon. Sometime this year, I think.
He'll do more serial killing, but it'll be 6 feet apart.
Hopefully.
Harry Styles.
Happy birthday, Harry.
He was in Dunkirk, maybe.
Yeah, he was.
Ronda Rousey.
Hey, happy birthday, Rhonda.
Brandon Lee, the late son of Bruce Lee.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday, Brandon.
The Crow.
Yes.
Nathan Fielder.
Oh, happy birthday, Nathan, for you.
Shakira.
Happy birthday, Shakira. AA.
Rosa Parks.
Happy birthday, Rosa.
Alice Cooper.
Happy birthday, Alice.
And finally, bad landlord himself, Hannibal Buress.
Bad landlord?
Yeah, apparently he's a landlord.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the guy from the Spider-Man movie.
I wish.
Well, happy birthday, Hannibal. Those were some good birthdays of the week. Those were some quiet claps we just did. This is the end of the show now. That was a good show. Did you like it?
You better. And you better send money, too.
I was asking you specifically.
No. Yes.
Yeah, give us money, please. I'm real sad, as you can see by my hat.
Buy our Gamefly stocks.
Please. Well, I don't know. I don't know how stocks work.
I don't either.
But do whatever you need to do with our stocks to give us money. Subscribe to Gamefly.
Yeah. Please.
Anyways, goodbye.